Seiko Sarb033, the St. Martin homage to the Rolex Explorer. Two different dials, two different watches, but they try to fill in the same gap. Sarb033 is a legend in its own right and has become one of my favorite watches that I have owned and likely will keep in my collection for a very long time, if not always. The St. Martin Explorer is a modern watch that replicates the Rolex Explorer, and the Rolex Explorer has been one of my favorite watches for such a long time, and to be able to experience the design in such a well-crafted body as the St. Martin is a joy. Though my experience was short-lived because the PT5000 movement died on me within 2 weeks, but nonetheless the design shines through. For me, the Sarb033 will always have the upper hand, mainly of how much elegance it displays. The indices are cut with a beautiful artistic precision, the dial is dipped in black gold, or at least that is how it feels. Whereas the St. Martin does not deliver the same magic, but it does deliver a great experience though. The movements are different. Sarb has the 6R15 with the 50-hour power serve, and the St. Martin can be had with either the PT5000 or an SW200 from Sellita. The dial color is different, lacquer dial versus matte black dial on the St. Martin. The casing on the Sarb is truly elegant and done in an unequivocal Seiko fashion, whereas the St. Martin has a classy industrial casing that resembles Rolex designs. But the main reason why I wanted to showcase them side by side is to have a visual representation of the differences between the dial layout. The Sarb033 could be compared to the Rolex Oyster Perpetual, and the St. Martin for obvious reasons can be compared to the Rolex Explorer. The 369 with Arabian numeral design scheme has become legendary, and that's why all these micro-brands choose that layout to replicate to begin with. My favorite watch of these two watches is the Sarb033. It's designed so classy but still with a lot of character. In terms of design language though, I do love Arabian numerals on my watches, and that's also why I'm so drawn to the Rolex Explorer. In terms of fit on the wrist, I have an 8-inch wrist and I have found the 38mm dial size to be the sweet spot for me, but I do think that the 36mm is not out of place, and the 36mm is a true classic size that never goes out of style. But again, between these two watches, I still think that the Sarb033 is the best watch. It just feels right, but for someone else the St. Martin and the Explorer design could feel right for you. It's all in the perspective of the admirer. I hope you enjoyed this segment.